Welcome back to Versus Boxing. In today's video, we're going to be analyzing an extremely controversial statement from Sebastian Fundora, one of the top middleweight prospects today. Fundora has voiced his doubts that light heavyweight champion Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. This is definitely shocking news, and will make everyone in the boxing community think twice. Let's dive into Fundora's analysis and find out why he has this opinion. Before we get into the meat of this debate, let's take a moment to look at Sebastian Fundora. Fundora is a relatively young fighter, but has already made a big impact in the boxing world. Standing at a towering 6 feet 6 inches, 2 meters, Fundora is not just physically imposing, but also a force to be reckoned with in the ring. His nickname, the Towering Inferno, gives you a sense of the type of fighter he is: dangerous, relentless, and hard to deal with. Fundora has already proven himself to be a serious contender in the middleweight division, showcasing a unique fighting style that blends power with technical skill. Despite his size, he is quick on his feet and capable of adjusting his tactics during a fight. While he is still refining his game, his growth as a fighter is undeniable, and it's clear that he's on a fast track to becoming a major name in boxing. While Fundora has weaknesses, especially when it comes to his defense and his ability to handle aggressive pressure from other fighters, he has consistently worked to improve these areas. His style is aggressive and forward-moving, which keeps his opponents on the back foot. With his current trajectory, Fundora is definitely a fighter to keep an eye on in the coming years. Now, let's talk about the man at the center of this debate, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Crawford is widely regarded as one of the best fighters of this generation. His technical ability is second to none, and he has the ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, making him unpredictable and difficult to read. Crawford has been a dominant force in boxing for years, with an undefeated record and world championships across multiple weight classes. His win over Errol Spence Jr. in 2023 was a masterclass in boxing, solidifying his place as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. What makes Crawford so dangerous is his versatility. Whether he's engaging in an all-out slugfest or outboxing his opponent, Crawford can adapt his approach to fit the situation. His ability to control distance and timing is unmatched, and it allows him to dominate opponents, no matter their style. However, despite his greatness, Crawford may face challenges when stepping up against fighters who possess overwhelming power and the ability to control the pace of the fight. Canelo Alvarez, in particular, is someone who poses a unique challenge to Crawford. Speaking of Canelo, let's take a moment to appreciate the legacy he has built in the sport. Canelo Alvarez is arguably the best fighter of his generation, and his career achievements speak for themselves. He's dominated the middleweight division, captured titles in multiple weight classes, and has faced some of the toughest fighters in the world. Canelo's greatest strength is his power. While he may not be the biggest fighter in the world, his punching power is devastating. He has knocked out elite opponents like Sergey Kovalev, and his trilogy with Gennady Golovkin showcased his ability to withstand pressure and land hard, accurate shots at key moments. What makes Canelo so dangerous is not just his power, but his intelligence and ability to adapt in the ring. He has an incredible sense of timing, and his defense is often overlooked. He's difficult to hit cleanly. Canelo also has a history of making adjustments mid-fight, which makes him even harder to beat. One thing that sets Canelo apart from Crawford is his ability to break down opponents. His relentless pressure an ability to take over fights mentally and physically make him a nightmare for anyone in the ring, especially someone like Crawford, who is known for relying on his speed and technique. In a recent interview, Sebastian Fundora made a bold statement that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Fundora expressed his doubts about Terence Crawford's ability to defeat Canelo Alvarez, arguing that Crawford's style wouldn't be effective against someone as powerful and skilled as Canelo. Terence Crawford is a great fighter, no doubt about it. But when you step in the ring with Canelo, things change. Canelo is not just a powerful puncher, he's a tactician. Crawford may be able to outbox some fighters, but Canelo is a different animal. His power and experience will be too much for Crawford, Fundora stated. Fundora's comments are a bold challenge to Crawford's reputation. While Crawford has proven himself against top-tier opponents, Fundora's argument rests on the fact that Canelo's skill set is a bad matchup for the Nebraska native. Crawford may be able to handle smaller, faster fighters, but against someone who combines power with boxing intelligence like Canelo, it could be a whole different story. Fundora's doubts about Crawford's chances against Canelo are not without merit. One of the biggest reasons he is skeptical is Canelo's sheer physicality. While Crawford is an outstanding technician, he is not as big or as physically imposing as Canelo. In a fight where strength and power are likely to play a major role, Crawford could find himself overpowered. Canelo's ability to control the pace of a fight is also something that could give Crawford fits. Many fighters struggle when they can't dictate the action, and Canelo is an expert at imposing his will. He knows how to break opponents mentally and physically, which is why many of them seem to wilt under his pressure. Furthermore, Canelo's ability to adjust his game plan during a fight gives him an edge. Whether he's boxing at range or closing the distance to land body shots, Canelo can shift his approach depending on the situation. For Crawford, who relies on his footwork and fluid movement, this could pose a significant challenge. So, what would a fight between Crawford and Canelo look like? On paper, it's a classic clash of styles. Crawford's technique versus Canelo's power. Crawford would need to use his speed, agility, and intelligence to keep Canelo at bay. He would have to avoid getting trapped in close quarters, where Canelo can unload his powerful shots. However, Canelo has the ability to cut off the ring and make the fight uncomfortable for Crawford. If Crawford can't establish distance, he could find himself in a firefight where Canelo's power could be the deciding factor. This fight would require Crawford to stay focused and maintain his composure, something that many fighters have failed to do against Canelo. For Canelo, the key to victory would be to keep the pressure on Crawford, forcing him to fight at a pace that suits Canelo's style. If he can break down Crawford mentally and physically, it could be a long night for the welterweight champion. And with his potential, he could be the next big thing in boxing. As he continues to refine his skills and gain experience, it wouldn't be surprising if Fundora eventually challenges for world titles himself. As for Terence Crawford, while he may have doubts surrounding his ability to defeat Canelo, his legacy is already cemented. Crawford is one of the greatest fighters of his era, and whether or not he can beat Canelo, his place in boxing history is secure. However, a fight with Canelo would undoubtedly be the biggest challenge of his career, and fans are eager to see if he can rise to the occasion. So, there you have it. Sebastian Fundora's controversial take on the potential fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Do you agree with Fundora's assessment, or do you think Crawford can prove the doubters wrong? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.